Welcome back, brilliant language enthusiasts, to English Resonance, the show that lights up your path to mastering English with excitement and purpose. I'm your host, Danya, and I'm beyond pumped to have you here today for an episode that's all about a topic close to my heart: the incredible importance of learning English. In a world that's more connected than ever, English is your key to unlocking opportunities, building bridges, and expressing your unique voice on a global stage. Whether you're dreaming of landing your dream job, traveling the world, or diving into your favorite books and movies in their original language, this episode is your guide to understanding why English is such a game changer and how it can transform your life. At English Resonance, we're all about empowering you to make English your superpower. And today, I'm going to share practical insights, inspiring stories, and tips to fuel your motivation. So grab a comfy seat, maybe a snack, and let's dive into this exciting journey together. Don't forget to subscribe to English Resonance for weekly episodes that will ignite your passion for learning and help your English shine. Why is learning English so important? Let's start with the big picture. English is often called the global language, and for good reason. It's spoken by over 150 million people worldwide as a first or second language. It's the language of international business, science, technology, travel, and entertainment. Imagine you're at an airport in a foreign country, and the signs are in English, or you're applying for a job and the interview is in English, or you're watching a Hollywood movie without subtitles, laughing at the jokes as they were meant to be heard. English opens doors to these experiences, making you feel connected to the world in a way that's both practical and exciting. It's not just about words, it's about possibilities. Learning English gives you access to opportunities, cultures, and communities that might otherwise be out of reach. It's like having a passport to a global conversation where you can share your ideas, learn from others, and grow in ways you never imagined. Let's break it down to some real-world benefits. First, English is a powerhouse in the professional world. In today's job market, companies operate across borders, and English is often the common language they use to communicate. Whether you're aiming for a career in tech, finance, healthcare, or tourism, knowing English can set you apart. For example, if you're applying for a job at a multinational company, your ability to write a clear email, give a confident presentation, or join a Zoom call in English can make you a top candidate. I know a friend, Sarah, who landed her dream job at a tech startup because she could communicate fluently with her international team. She told me, "My English wasn't perfect, but it was good enough to show I could handle the job." That's the thing. English doesn't have to be flawless to open doors. It just has to be functional and confident. Even in local jobs, English skills can give you an edge, like when you're dealing with international clients or reading industry reports that are often published in English. Beyond work, English is your ticket to exploring the world. Travel is one of the most exciting ways to use English, and it's not just about reading signs or ordering food. When you speak English, you can connect with people from all walks of life, fellow travelers, locals, tour guides, and those connections make your experiences richer. Imagine you're in a cafe in Italy and you strike up a conversation with a traveler from Australia because you both speak English. You share stories, laugh, and maybe even make a new friend. Or picture yourself navigating a bustling market in Thailand using English to bargain for a souvenir or ask about local culture. English makes these moments possible. I remember traveling to London and using my English to join a walking tour. The guide was so engaging, and I could ask questions and share my thoughts, which made the experience unforgettable. Without English, I would have missed out on that connection. Let's talk about education, another area where English shines. If you're a student or planning to study abroad, English is often the language of instruction in top universities, especially for programs in science, engineering, or business. Even if you're studying locally, many textbooks, research papers, and online courses are in English. Knowing English lets you dive into this wealth of knowledge without barriers. For example, platforms like Coursera or Khan Academy offer thousands of free courses in English, from coding to psychology. When you understand English, you can learn from the best professors in the world without leaving your home. I had a student, Ahmed, who used English to take an online marketing course from a U.S. university. He said, "It was hard at first, but understanding English opened up a whole new world of ideas." English doesn't just help you study, it helps you think bigger. Then there's the world of entertainment and culture. English gives you direct access to some of the most popular movies, TV shows, music, and books in their original form. Watching Friends or The Avengers without subtitles means you catch every joke, every nuance, exactly as intended. Singing along to Beyoncé or reading Harry Potter in English feels like stepping into the artist's world. I love listening to English podcasts like This American Life because they're full of stories that make me laugh, cry, and think. When you understand English, you don't need translations to enjoy these experiences. You're right there in the moment. Plus, you can join global fandoms, discuss your favorite shows on social media, or even write your own blog in English to share your thoughts with the world. But here's the deeper truth. Learning English isn't just about practical benefits. It's about personal growth. When you learn a new language, you're not just learning words. You're stretching your mind, building confidence, and discovering new parts of yourself. Every time you understand a new phrase or say a sentence correctly, you feel a little spark of pride. That's you growing stronger. English also helps you see the world from different perspectives. You read articles, watch videos, or talk to people from other cultures, and suddenly you're thinking about life in new ways. I remember the first time I read a blog in English about sustainable living. It inspired me to make small changes in my own life, like using reusable bags. English connected me to ideas I wouldn't have found otherwise. So, how do you make the most of learning English? Let's get practical with some strategies to keep you motivated and moving forward. First, set clear goals that excite you. Ask yourself, why am I learning English? Maybe it's to get a better job, travel to a new country, or watch Netflix without subtitles. Write down your why and keep it somewhere visible. It's your fuel for the journey. For example, if your goal is travel, focus on phrases like, "Can you help me find the station?" or "How much is this?" If it's for work, practice phrases like, "I'd like to share my perspective," or "Can we schedule a meeting?" Having a specific goal makes learning feel personal and achievable. Next, make English part of your daily life. You don't need hours of study, just small, consistent habits. Listen to an English song while you're getting ready in the morning, watch a 5-minute YouTube video during lunch, practice saying 3 new sentences before bed. These little moments add up. I had a student, Maria, who improved her English by watching one short TED Talk every day and writing down 5 new words. Within months, she was speaking with so much confidence. You can do this too. Find ways to weave English into your routine, like labeling objects in your house with English words, or chatting with a friend in English for 10 minutes a week. Another key is to immerse yourself in English as much as possible. Surround yourself with the language, even if you're not in an English-speaking country. Change your phone or social media settings to English. Follow English-speaking influencers or join online communities like Reddit/English Learning. Watch shows with subtitles at first, then try without. Listen to podcasts on topics you love, whether it's fashion, gaming, or history, and jot down new phrases. For example, I love the podcast How I Built This because it's full of inspiring stories and useful business vocabulary. Immersion doesn't mean moving to London or New York. It means creating an English-rich environment wherever you are. Speaking of speaking, don't wait until you're perfect to start talking. Speaking is where English comes alive, and it's okay to make mistakes. Start by practicing alone. Describe your day out loud. I went to the market and bought some fruit. Record yourself and listen back to hear your progress. Then, find low-pressure ways to practice with others. Apps like HelloTalk or Tandem connect you with native speakers who are learning your language, so you can exchange tips and have fun. Say, I'm working on my English. Want to talk about your favorite book? You can also join local language meetups or online conversation clubs. The more you speak, the more natural it feels. I remember practicing with a language partner who loved movies. We'd talk about our favorite films, and even when I stumbled, it was fun because we were connecting over something we both loved. Listening is just as crucial. It's like the fuel for your speaking engine. Listen to English every day, even for a few minutes. Pick content that matches your level and interests. Beginners can try kid shows like Bluey or podcasts like ESL Pod. Intermediate learners can dive into The English We Speak or YouTube channels like English Addict with Mr. Steve. Advanced learners can tackle NPR podcasts or BBC documentaries. Active listening is key. Don't just let the sound wash over you. Pause and repeat new phrases like I'm over the moon or that's a no-brainer. Try shadowing, where you repeat right after the speaker to mimic their pronunciation. For example, listen to a clip from The Great British Bake Off and copy how they say, "This cake is absolutely scrummy." This builds your accent and rhythm. Let's make it real with a story. Imagine you're preparing for a trip to Canada. You listen to a travel vlog that says, make sure to check out the local festivals. They're a blast. You practice, I'm going to check out some festivals. On your trip, you use it. Checking out the festival was so fun. You also hear bundle up and try it. It's cold, so I'm bundling up. Later, you tell a friend, I had a blast in Canada and learned so much. This cycle of listening and speaking makes English stick. Try this. Pick a 5-minute clip, note 3 phrases, and use them in a story about your day. For example, I was stoked to try a new cafe, chilled out with a book, and felt like $1,000,000. Another benefit of English is how it boosts your confidence. Every time you understand a new phrase or have a successful conversation, you feel a rush of accomplishment. It's like leveling up in a game. I had a student, Omar, who was shy about speaking English. He started by practicing alone, then joined an online language group. After a few weeks, he was chatting confidently about his favorite soccer team. He told me, English made me feel like I could talk to anyone. That's the power of English. It's not just a language, it's a tool for building self-assurance and connecting with others. English also opens up digital opportunities. The internet is full of English content, blogs, forums, tutorials, and more. Knowing English lets you join online communities, like gaming groups on Discord or discussion boards on Reddit. You can learn new skills like coding or photography through English tutorials on YouTube. I learned how to edit videos by watching English YouTubers, and it felt like unlocking a new world. English also lets you share your own content with a global audience, whether it's a blog, a vlog, or a social media post. Imagine writing a travel blog in English and getting comments from readers in Australia, Brazil, or Japan. That's the kind of connection English makes possible. Let's address a common worry. What if learning English feels too hard? It's normal to hit roadblocks, but the key is to stay consistent and have fun. Break your learning into small, manageable chunks. Instead of studying for hours, spend 10 minutes listening to a podcast or practicing 5 sentences. Reward yourself for progress. Maybe treat yourself to a coffee after a week of daily practice. Find a study buddy to keep you motivated. I had a friend who learned English by watching cooking shows and practicing recipes in English. She'd say, I'm gonna whip up a cake. And it made learning feel like a game. You can do this too. Find what makes English fun for you. Another tip, track your progress to stay motivated. Keep a journal of new words or phrases you learn each week. Record yourself speaking once a month and compare it to earlier recordings. You'll be amazed at how much you've improved. Celebrate small wins, like understanding a movie without subtitles or ordering food in English. These moments remind you that you're moving forward, even when it feels slow. If you're struggling, adjust your approach. If a podcast is too hard, try a simpler one. If speaking feels scary, start with a language app like Duolingo or Babbel to build confidence. The goal is progress, not perfection. Let's try a quick exercise to put this into action. Pick a reason why you want to learn English. Maybe to travel, work, or enjoy music. Write down 3 sentences about it. I want to learn English to travel to New York. I'll practice phrases like, "Where's the subway?" "I'm excited to explore the city." Say them out loud, record them, and listen back. This connects your learning to your goals, making it personal and motivating. You can also create a vision board with pictures of your goals, like a dream job or a favorite movie, and add English phrases to it. This keeps your why front and center. Let's wrap up with one more story to inspire you. Imagine you're a student who wants to study abroad. You start by listening to English lectures on YouTube, picking up phrases like cutting-edge research or hands-on experience. You practice, "I want to work on cutting-edge projects." When you apply for a program, you use these phrases in your application, and during the interview, you say, "I'm excited about hands-on learning." Your English skills help you stand out and you get accepted. That's the power of English. It turns dreams into reality. Try this challenge. Pick a goal, find an English resource related to it, like a podcast or article, and practice 3 phrases from it. Share your story with a friend or in our English Resonance community. We'd love to cheer you on. As we bring this episode to a close, let's reflect on the incredible journey we've taken together. You've learned why English is a global key to opportunities, from jobs to travel to personal growth. You've got practical strategies to make learning part of your life, listening to podcasts, speaking daily, immersing yourself in English content. You've seen how English can boost your confidence, connect you with the world, and open doors you never thought possible. At English Resonance, we believe learning English is more than just words. It's about unlocking your potential, sharing your voice, and living your dreams. So take these tips and make them yours. Listen to a song, say a sentence, join a conversation. Every step you take brings you closer to fluency, and I'm here rooting for you every step of the way. If this episode inspired you, share it with a friend who's learning English too. Subscribe to English Resonance for more episodes that will fuel your passion, and leave a review to help others join our community. I'm Danya, your biggest supporter, and I'm so proud of you. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep shining. You're absolutely unstoppable. Let's make your English journey the best adventure yet.